see if we are alive. I'm checking to see if make sure everything's good to go. I don't know if this is doing it live again or not. Can't tell. Guy's got a nose thing. Oh, I need to add the video because it always does like Narita. So for my intro on the thumbnail from this video or the live cast, just so you know, the image that I have for my background for YouTube is that's when the tsunami hit in Japan. I was there when it happened. This is that big tsunami a few years back, 2013ish. Anyway, that's what that logo is. But today I want to talk about the bile duct, jaundice, and bilirubin. So I just had a checkup yesterday with the doctor. My bilirubin count is starting to be elevated, which bilirubin is what causes jaundice. So you know, when you see that yellowness in your skin, basically your body's filling up with bile, and that's what causes the yellowness in your skin. And I could be wrong about this, I don't know, but you know, when your stool, it affects your stool, the colors of your stool. Like example, when I had found out that I had cancer, one of the symptoms that I had was this gray or white poop. It was a total shock to me when I was taking the number 2. You know, I already had some other symptoms, but when I was taking number 2, that was probably the biggest scare that I got, was seeing white poop. I'd never seen it before, never even heard about it, and it just freaked me out. You know, like I didn't. You know that, and then of course the jaundice and all that stuff. I noticed. I don't remember if I noticed the jaundice before or after or during. I just knew that I had jaundice, and then I had the white stool and pain in the stomach. But anyway, I know probably most of you don't do this on a daily basis, but with your health wise, one thing that I tend to pay attention to now that I have pancreatic cancer is my stool. How's it come out? Is it coming out white? Is it coming out brown? Is it a dark shade of brown, light shade of brown? Is it soft, tender, or whatever? But you'll find out that paying attention to your stool is probably one of a big what do I want to say? You can see a lot of things that happen with your body based off of your stool. Maybe that makes sense. But I pulled up a couple images. I can't really, you know, I'm not a technical medical doctor or any of this stuff, so I can't explain all of it. But when I was diagnosed with the pancreatic cancer, what it did was I had a growth in there that pushed against the bile duct and pretty much pinched it off. And that's what was blocking the bile from coming through. And I guess it's pretty common, you know, with the pancreatic cancer. It would push the bile duct closed, and then it kept the bile up inside, and then it up to the liver and all that, and started floating around in my body. And but as you can tell, bile is the liquid released by the liver. It contains cholesterol, bile salts, water, basically products such as bilirubin, which bile salts help to break down your body digest fats. Bile passes out through the liver, through the bile ducts, and is stored in the gallbladder after the meal. So yeah, basically, my simplest form to say is, yeah, it's what turns your stool brown. So if your stool is coming out in any other colors, well, I won't say any other colors, but just something to pay attention to. So anyway, with that being said, when I went in and after I was diagnosed with the cancer, they put a stent in my bile duct, which is basically like a metal. Imagine like just something that they stick in there. Here's your duct, you know, it's all closed, whatever. They stick that in there and it spreads it apart so that way it can still drain. It's kind of like a little metal thing that looks like that. I guess I imagine that. Just something that opens the, the area, the line back up so it can drain. And then once that started happening, my drain, the bile started draining, and the jaundice went away. And then I started treatment after the jaundice went away. But anyway, with that being said, over time, my understanding is that you'll get growth around the stent, and it could close back up, or cause blockage or whatnot. So anyway, they're gonna schedule another CT scan. I have to go in for meet another doctor that this whole procedure, and they're talking about possibly putting in another stent inside of that stent. I think that's what they said. So that part, when they do that surgery, or it's not really I guess it's a surgery. They basically have to stick something down in your throat with a camera and whatnot, and it's pretty painful. Not when they do it, but when you wake up, I was probably in pain for at least 2 weeks after that happened. Just felt like everything. I couldn't eat anything right. Made everything just rough, because again, it goes down your throat and then down in your body to get to that place where they can put the stent in, and so not fun. But other than that, the doctor is like pretty happy with everything else. My numbers, other than that, are going. I mean, they're stable. Again, with the pancreatic cancer, I'm not eligible for the surgery, so they can't cut that out, because it's wrapped around this artery right here. If they have to cut that out, and if for whatever reason they snip that or anything like that, pretty much you're gonna bleed to death. That's one of the sad things about this disease. And if you look, this is the liver. Pancreas is right up in here. Gallbladder, but all that comes in and goes here. Yeah, so you can see how the bile duct comes from the liver down into there. Again, I'm not no doctor, so can't really explain this stuff too much. What is bile? Bile is the fluid that's released from the liver, stored in the gallbladder. Bile helps with digestion and breaks down the fats into fatty acids, which can be taken into the body by the digestive tract. Yeah. Let's see. Bile stool. So if you can learn anything from this video, start paying attention to your stool, because that tells a lot about your health, tells a lot about what your body's doing and whatnot. So this is going to be a short video because I'm pretty busy with work stuff, and I still have to heat up my lunch. But this is stuff that I pay attention to now. So like I said, more of the stool. What color is my stool? Is it coming out hard, soft? Do I have diarrhea? Do I not have diarrhea? All that. I was kind of think about that. I had diarrhea a lot before I was diagnosed. I don't know if it was the coffee doing it, because I'd drink something and it would always mess up my stomach, and I have diarrhea a lot. Very crazy stuff. Yeah. So, but the doctor was, I don't know, you guys may not know, but I'm doing some other stuff outside of this. I'm on Facebook a lot and all that. And probably some of you may have found me from Facebook, or some of you may have found me from, these chat videos or whatnot. But this is something I'm working on that it's basically for me to express my cancer, what it's like going through cancer. I'm putting guns and all this on it, weapon, all kinds of weaponry. I'm putting a jet engine on the top of it. Some of this is for me to promote what it's like going through cancer. At one point, we're going to add dog tags on it for other people that have either been through the journey or going through the journey or already have passed or whatever from cancer related. But the goal with this thing is to take it around and yeah, just inform people about cancer related items. You know, what stuff to kind of look for, what I look for. You know, maybe they just what other people share, what other people have gone through. I did a donation to St. Jude, which St. Jude is a big. This is kind of the end goal of what we're doing with that Jeep, something like that. But to take it, be so crazy that you take it to an event and people go, "What the heck is that?" And then I can tell the story about my journey with the cancer and so on. And then that's kind of the goal of it. Whether or not it fully works or functional, to me, doesn't really matter. But as long as it gets the attention that it needs to share awareness and stuff to look for, and I want to share other people's journeys again. So it's like as I meet people, try to express what they're, so many people have been through this. So many people know other people that have cancer or had been through cancer and survived and whatnot. So anyway, that's that one. I have another one that this Jeep is kind of for me to express my thing. We're also doing another one called it's a project Fat 40. This one I'm actually doing right now. It's our Christmas display in front of our hangar. We did it red, but anyway, this is kind of what it looked like when we got it. But this one we're going to be doing purple after the holidays. It goes into the body shop, or I used to work in a body shop. Maybe I'll do some of it. I don't know. It all depends on time, because I have to work and all that stuff, and I can't be doing this during my work hours. But the goal is to paint it purple. That represents the pancreatic cancer that I have, and then it's like a white. I want to go with like a pearl white on the bottom side, just to break it up a little bit. It'll have a ribbon on the back. Maybe I can add all the other different types of cancer ribbons in a pinstripe or something like that down the side. But it's my goal with that one too is to take it to different events. It's just wow people with the looks of it, and then be able to tell them the story of I had pancreatic cancer. My sister was diagnosed with breast cancer, so she had just had surgery done to have that removed. So it's just more awareness for people, and maybe help them. I don't know how to explain it. I bounce around a lot. It's just how I am. But yeah, that's that one. Then I have another one going on, which this one's gonna go with what is it? Where I don't know all my stuff. Jade Rue. Which this one is a 75 Toyota Celica, which is getting done. All this green, there's a meaning behind it. A dragon in the Asian world is a protector of people, and then the green represents life. So I want to protect my life, kind of thing, and try to live as long as I can. So that's kind of what that car is. And you can find those at Project Hellboy, Project Jade Rue, Project Fat 40. The main channel thing that we're doing. This is pretty much my dad. This is my dog. This is me. We're gonna start doing these builds to promote cancer awareness. The ones we're building now are to promote awareness, and then we're going to be building some others or working with others that we raffle off, and then the proceeds go to either something cancer related or suicide prevention related. So, and we're sharing the journey of the build process with this. I think I got off on talking about this stuff when I was. Anyway, if you're interested, look me up on Facebook. It's Built for a Cause. We'll start doing most of the stuff is just going to get fed through this channel because it's already too much to maintain with just the Facebook pages, Instagram, and all that. So my goal isn't so much about me as it is promoting awareness and sharing other people's journey, because some of the people I meet along the journey, their stories are way more impactful than mine. Like there was a lady I met. She was misdiagnosed with cancer. They thought it was a growth spur or a blood clot or something like that. Anyway, they were giving her medicine for it, and it ended up being cancer, and they had to amputate her leg. And after they found an amputated leg, then it had already spread. I don't know where she's at or how she's doing now, but her story definitely had a big impact on mine to go like, man, she was young too. And this made me go, my journey's tough, but man, there's so many people going through worse stuff than me. I'm fortunate that I have a great company that I work for. I am able to work from home. I moved my parents out here a couple years ago. That's been grateful too. I moved them out here to take care of them, and ended up now they're the ones supporting me. Not money wise, but you get the drift. Supporting me mentally and physically. Actually, sometimes give me a hard time more than anything else. But it's great to have them around. So, the community out here is pretty nice. People have been supportive. People you meet along the way. So yeah, doctor was definitely jazzed about it. I started sharing this stuff with them. It started off as just building the rat rod, and then it just kind of keeps morphing into something else. We do have a couple cars lined up that we're going to start auctioning off. We're going to try to get back to these communities that help support other people that are going through cancer. Maybe help find a cure. I don't know. Each cancer is different, so each journey is different. You can't always judge. I can't always judge book by its cover. I look healthy, I guess, if you look at me now, but I'm not. There's people that I've seen videos of online that you would never suspect that they have cancer, but they do. Some of them have really short time left as far as like how bad the cancer is. It's crazy. I'm fortunate enough that I've lived a good life, and now it's time to give back. So now it's I made a pact with the universe, God, everything, that give me several more years, man, and I'll promote the crap out of this stuff. So sorry if I get weird on videos. I'm not very good at this stuff, but I'm just trying. But yeah, this is basically the bile duct thing again. The weird thing about the pancreas, that the pancreatic cancer that I've noticed is that, if you have lung cancer, let me give you an example. Sorry, I'm bouncing around. If you look at the liver on this, right? At first I thought I had something wrong with my liver, but which I wish it would have been the liver rather than the pancreas. But on your liver, the skin looks like meat, right? So, and the difference with that and the pancreas is pancreas looks like corn on the cob. And this is just stuff that I noticed and things that I feel is, on like a piece of meat, you can just cut the meat off, and of course the pancreas, just because think about corn on the cob, and then raining, get it dropping in water or something like that, how it would get down into the crevices and all the cracks and all that. So it, to me, it doesn't, even if you have a corn on the cob like this, right? It's like maybe that long. It's like even if you drop water, let's say you got some kind of liquid or something there, it could migrate down through the whole length of it. And you wouldn't, even if you cut this section out, you wouldn't know that it's down here because it's down within the kernels and all that. So that's kind of, at least that's what it looks like to me when you look at it. Whereas on a liver or meat or something like that, you don't see it as vanisculized. I don't know what they call that, but you don't see it. It's like forms in one spot and then maybe it grows like this, but you rarely see it kind of funnel out. Again, that's just my observation of stuff. I don't really know. But I will say this, the treatment that I've been on has definitely been helping. I have a lot of energy now. And maybe, the projects that I'm doing too help motivate me to, I'm jazzed about all this stuff. It's crazy. It helps me, just get through things. It's a lot of work. You got to do your work day during the normal and then try to get that stuff later. So most of it I've been having my dad do too. So he helps me a lot. We've been butting heads on that a lot too, because he's got his way, I got my way. Like I went to college and all that. He doesn't have that much education, but he's a hard worker. So. But I learned a lot from him, and then I just took it to a whole nother level. So it's like pretty interesting working with him on stuff. So with that being said, is like that's kind of my talk about the bile duct and all that. I just get out there and research stuff, people, on your own, and watch your stool, all that. I don't know. Talking randomness. Anyway, I got a split. That was all I have. Maybe I can, as I progress with this, maybe I can get a little bit better organized on my videos. Come in there with one. That's what I try to do with this. But you see, I branched off and started talking about my builds and all that stuff. But anyway, I hope you all have a great day. I love you all. Peace. Keep up the fight. Later.